Hello everyone, welcome to Career Smart Learners. This is Jaya Gulwani. Today we'll be talking about sexual reproduction of flowers. For asexual reproduction, you can watch my earlier video that is in part 1. So let's start. Now, first of all, what is sexual reproduction? It means that it is the process of reproduction in which two individuals are needed for the production of offsprings. Such reproductions are called sexual reproductions, means in which both the male reproductive as well as the female reproductive organs are required. Now, based on this, flowers are of two types, unisexual and bisexual flowers. Now, what are they actually? So, flowers which have only the stamen or only the pistil, they will be called as unisexual flowers. Means उनमें या तो मेल या तो फीमेल reproductive organ ही present होगा. So that is why they are called unisexual flowers. They are also called incomplete flowers. For example, maize, papaya, cucumber, etc. And the flowers which have both the stamen as well as the pistil are called bisexual flowers, means they are also called as the complete flowers, or you can even call them as the perfect flowers. Alright, so that is why they'll be called as the complete flowers, or you can also call them as bisexual flowers. Now moving further, we will be talking about the parts of the flower. Now, the main parts of the flower over here are the colored part. The flower which has a colored part, that is called the petal, and the green part is called the sepal. Now, there are two main parts, male and the female. The male part is called the stamen, which has again two parts, anther and the filament. Now, this anther has the pollen grains present in it, which is used for the fertilization. And the female part has stigma, style and ovary. Now, stigma, style and ovary are collectively called as pistil, or you can also call it as carpels. Alright. Now, these are very important notes which are here. Flowers are the reproductive part of the plant. These questions are mostly asked in the form of blanks and answered in one word, etc. So, flowers are the reproductive part of the plant. Then stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower, whereas the pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower. Now, the stamen will consist of the anther and the filament. Now, the anther contains pollen grains, as I just told you earlier, which contain the male gametes. And the pistil, it has stigma, style and ovary. Now, the ovary contains ovules, which contain the female gametes, or you can also call it as the egg cells. Alright. Now, what happens is in asexual reproduction, the male and the female gametes both fuse together and they form a zygote. So that is how the sexual reproduction takes place. Alright. Now, what happens is the anther has the pollen grains. Now, these pollen grains are helpful in the transfer of the pollen from the male reproductive part to the female reproductive part, which is very essential for the reproduction. Now, what happens is when now the next part is pollination. Now, what happens is, what is pollination? The process by which pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma is called pollination. I repeat again, the process by which the pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma, that is called pollination. Now, what happens is, pollination is again of two types, self-pollination and the cross-pollination. Now, listen carefully. When pollens from the anther of a flower is transferred to the stigma of the same flower or to the another flower but of the same plant, that is called self-pollination. Alright, means it needs, the pollination needs to be in the same flower or of the same plant. And whereas the pollens from the anther of the flower is transferred to the stigma of a flower on another plant of the same species, it is called cross-pollination. Now, for cross-pollination to occur, it needs pollinators. Pollinators means like insects, wind, or water dispersal, means they are the pollinators which help for the pollination to occur in the plants. Now, after the pollination has over, the next step is fertilization. Now, what do you mean by fertilization? It is again the fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete. That process is called fertilization. Now, during the fertilization, the pollen grains from the anther are transferred to the stigma, right? Now, what happens is after they are transferred to the stigma, they go through the tube, that is the style, and reach the ovary where the fertilization takes place. All right. So, now the process in which the male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form a new cell, that new cell is called zygote, and the process of this is called fertilization. And inside the ovary, the male gamete will fuse with the female gametes, alright, which are present in the cells, and then they form a fertilized egg, that is called a zygote. Now the zygote develops into an embryo, which is a part of the seed that can develop into a new plant, and the ovary will slowly develop into the fruit, and the ovules which are present inside the ovary, they develop into seeds. Alright, so that is how this pollination takes place. Now what happens after fertilization? The ovary grows into the fruit, ovules will develop into the seed. Then what happens is the stigma, style, stamen, petals, sepals, they all usually dry and they fall off, and the fruit is developed.